Hi everyone, my name is Misha. I am an Iranian American death doula and grief tender. And on this episode of Halva for the Heart, Dying and Grieving in Diaspora, it is less of a podcast episode and more of a recorded meditation that I offered in our last session of Dar Dadel, which is our Iranian diaspora grief support space. And we meet 3 times a month on Zoom and we have a group chat. And it's such a beautiful, tender space. So, this was a meditation I did for the session earlier today, where the themes were about the upcoming holiday Sadeh, which is a large midwinter fire festival, and also a grief meditation to remember and honor the martyrs who were killed recently in Iran by regime forces. So, this episode meditation is specifically for all those who are Iranian in diaspora. But if you're not Iranian, you're welcome to also meditate with us and honor and grieve for the martyrs as well. If you want to learn more about the holiday Sadeh that's coming up this Friday on January 30th, I have written an ancestral holiday guidebook for Sadeh. It is linked in the show notes below. It's available for sliding scale, or if you are a member of Dadadel, you get it for free included in your membership. So I invite you to join us that way if you'd like. Information about Dadadel is also linked in the show notes. So that's it for a little intro. I'm going to play a little bit of the intro song and then head right into the meditation. And grab a candle if you can. This meditation requires flame and fire to honor Sadeh. All right, that's it. Enjoy the meditation. Welcome, Azizan. This meditation is going to be a sort of grief ritual meditation where we use the power of fire to connect with the upcoming holiday, Sadeh, which takes place on January 30th, and also with our ancestors and those who have transitioned. So if you can, I recommend having a candle nearby so we can easily connect to the flame itself. I want to let you know that we will be connecting with and honoring the martyrs from the recent massacre in Iran, the thousands that have been killed who simply wanted their freedom. This massacre took place during the season of Chile Bozorg, those 40 days between Yalda and Sadeh, and this season is historically and traditionally known as the darkest time of the year, and this year has been especially dark. So we'll use the flame and the fire of Sadeh to connect with the martyrs, those who were killed, and to offer them love as they go on their journey to the other realm. This may be a little intense for some folks, so I encourage you to please take care of yourself. Pause the meditation whenever you need. Take a breath. Maybe return to it, maybe not. Whatever feels comfortable for you. There's no pressure. The fire will not judge you. The martyrs know that you care for them and love them. So if you're ready, now will be the time to light your candle, and we'll get started. Now that your candle is lit, I invite you to gaze at the flame. Just let your eyes soften as you look at it. Don't stare too harshly. Just rest your gaze there gently. Let's imagine that this small flame before you is growing into the bonfire that is built for Sadeh every year, the great bonfire that our ancestors gathered around. And maybe you hear the crackling of the wood, you smell smoke, you feel the heat, and you see your ancestors standing around with you, gathering here on Sadeh, just as they always have, knowing that this fire will bring warmth during the darkest part of the winter. Feel your body being held by the earth, even through the floors or furniture where you are. You are always supported by our Sar Zamin, by Iran herself. Take a few breaths here as you envision the scene being surrounded by your ancestors and the flame of Sadeh. This Chele Bozorg, these past 40 days have been dark for us, merciless. And our bodies feel that heaviness. They feel heavy with grief for the lives lost, our Hamvatan in Iran, grief for the pain of their loved ones and what they're feeling. We also carry the grief of diaspora, the fact that we are here, desperate for news, without access to those in Iran, forced to simply scroll through videos upon video. We also carry the exhaustion, this unrelenting fight that's been going on for decade after decade, the exhaustion of fighting for freedom. And we also carry the pain that here in diaspora, those around us may not seem to care. Maybe they're not checking in on us. Maybe they're diminishing our pain. Or maybe they simply don't believe it's really happening. There's a grief in that as well. On Charshamba Suri every year, as we jump over the fire, we say, Zardi man az to, sorkhi to az man, meaning I give you my yellow, speaking to the fire. I give you my yellow, my weakness, my grief. And you give me your red, your strength, your vitality. This is a reminder to us that fire can hold our grief and our sorrow, our weaknesses, our exhaustion. It can hold it all. And that the fire has something to offer to us in return, a strength, a power. So I'm going to invite you to name the griefs that you're carrying right now, offering them to your flame, to the greater Sadeh bonfire. But first, I want to remind you that grief wears many faces. It can feel sad, yes, but it can also be rage. It could be guilt or shame, despair, hopelessness. Maybe it's numbness. Maybe it's dissociation. And if that's you, know that that's also grief. It's your nervous system protecting you. That is survival. That is how we have survived so long. There's no shame in that. So there's no right way to grieve here. The fire can hold whatever you bring. So take a moment to speak aloud to the flame. What are you carrying right now? What grief is in your body? When you're ready, you can return your gaze to the flame and hold it there if you can. A gentle, steady gaze. And simply just observe the flame. Notice how it moves. It never stands still. It's always dancing, always shifting, always flickering. And notice how it always reaches upwards towards the sky. It never rests fully, it never gives up. It's always reaching. Notice how the flame seems to have a life of its own. It breathes, it responds to the air around it. Sometimes it grows strong and burns bright, and sometimes it feels weak and grows dim. Remember that even the fires in the sacred Zoroastrian temples that have burned for thousands of years, they are not self-sustaining. They must be tended to, they must be fed, they must be cared for. And that's true for our inner flames too, our spirits. They must also be tended and fed and cared for. As you gaze at your flame, remember that you're not alone. All of our small flames come together to build a great Sadeh bonfire in spirit. We can tend to each other's flames in this way. When you're ready, I invite you to gently close your eyes and notice the after image of this flame, that glowing shape that remains after your eyes have closed. The flame is gone from your sight, but the impression still remains. And grief is like this too. When someone dies or something we've lost, they're gone from our lives, but their spirit, their impression remains. They're still with us. That after image of their light still glows. The thousands who were taken earlier this month, who were killed for wanting freedom, they weren't ready to die. They're still here in this realm, holding on. Imagine that the afterglow you see is growing and expanding and reaching them, reaching the souls of those lives were taken too soon. You don't need to see them too clearly if that's hard for you. Just know the light is reaching them wherever they are. And now imagine your ancestors, generations and generations who celebrated Sadeh and survived dark, cold times. Grandmother, grandfathers, great aunts and uncles, elders of your lineage and of the martyrs' lineages. See them approaching the spirits of the martyrs with open arms, wrapping their young souls in care and tenderness, kissing them on each cheek. Listen carefully, and you can hear them calling to them. Junam, Azizam, Gorbunat Beram. You are safe here. As you look through the faces of the crowd of ancestors, you see some that you recognize. Gino Amini, Neda, Sorina, Nika, all the martyrs who came before them. Martyrs who died too soon for Iran's freedom. They are here too, offering love to the new martyrs. They are tending their wounds and saying, "You are safe now. We are here. We have you." You are witnessing all of this from a distance. You are here breathing, watching as they're being cared for. But you're close enough that they can still hear you. So if there's anything in your heart that you wish to say to them, to offer them, a blessing, perhaps an apology, a word of love, you may do so now. What do you have to tell them? See them receive what you've offered them with a nod and a smile, and see as the ancestors continue to hold them. They are safe, they are cared for, they are loved. As you turn to return from the space and leave them in the care of the ancestors, hold on to whatever you offered them, that prayer or apology, blessing or hope. Notice how you feel in your body as you do that. Remember that great Sadeh fire. Remember the words, Zarji amenas to sorchi to as man. I give you my yellow, you give me your red. We have given our grief to the fire, our exhaustion, our yellow weakness. Now it's time for the fire to give us its red, its strength, its vitality, its resilience. Take a deep breath in and feel this red energy flowing into you. Feel your inner flame burning steadier, stronger. Our collective flame is growing stronger together as our great Sadeh bonfire burns. This strength is what will carry us through Chele Kuchak, the final 20 days of winter after Sadeh. This strength will carry us towards Nowruz, towards spring, towards that possibility of renewal, the hope that we hold on to. If you haven't yet, you can open your eyes and gaze once again at your candle, your flame that symbolizes and holds so much. Feel your body where you are in this room. Remember you are safe. Remember that the martyrs are safe too. As we move into Chele Kuchak, let's hold on to the strength. Let's remember that we will always endure, no matter how dark the world is. We will always love our homeland, Iran. We will always hold on to our collective memory of the truth. We will always dream for a free Iran. They cannot take that away from us. If your heart's feeling tender, I invite you to place a hand there. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the rhythm that connects us to those in Iran across borders. And feel the warmth of your own inner fire burning stronger now. Take one final look at your candle flame and offer gratitude. Gratitude for holding your grief. Gratitude for being the sacred pathway so we were able to visit with the martyrs and ancestors. Thank you, fire, for carrying us, carrying our grief, and always carrying our ancestors. When you're ready, you can blow out your candle. Thank you for spending the time and being brave with your grief. Grief work is an act of care and an act of resilience. Thank you.